Insanity. Today we're going to continue on with the front headlock series. Today we're going to cover the Darce choke. As we've been doing in the previous techniques, we're doing this off the arm-in guillotine. The arm-in guillotine is going to give us the best option to chain techniques together. The longer we keep them in a chain and defending, the better a chance we have at actually submitting them. If you think of this in a funnel sense, we start out with the basic snap down, and then we look for two responses, whether they go to fight our hands or whether we create a dilemma by going to their back. If we go to their back, that arm comes up. That arm comes up, we get that arm in, we start to work in the arm in guillotine. We have the chin strap. Again, it's a funnel system. So we start out, or a flow chart, right? They do this, they either respond this way or they respond this way. If they respond this way, then you have these two moves. If they respond this way, they have these two moves. They go here, the big flow chart or a funnel, all right? So we take away their options to the point where they get to the very kind of small neck of it, where we're getting closer to actually submitting them. So today, again, we're gonna cover the Darce choke. And I probably have 3 ways I could show you the Darce choke from a couple of different positions. Let's continue on with our normal flow that I've been doing. And if I have some time, I'll toss in possibly a couple of the other areas, which would be from maybe a half guard, top half guard, or from while they're in turtle position. So instead of going straight into the arm in guillotine, we could actually get the Darce choke right away and kind of forget all the, if they stay in a one position, they're not fighting, we could throw on this Darce right away. And that's kind of like, if you're looking at the funnel, if they put their hand up, then you go into your arm in guillotine, get the chin strap. If they just stay there, you can also drop into this Darce, or you can drop into the anaconda. All number of different sequences that we can do from them. We're back. We're going to get into the spot where we're going to do the Darce, basically from the inverted position. All right, show you here. This is where we rolled through. We did the arm in guillotine. We had the chin strap. This arm is in here. I have a rash guard on the FavUke today, just so I don't ruin my rash guard. Again, like I talked about before, there's some Velcro on here that's pretty strong, and it's not very friendly to rash guards. So that's usually all Velcro, not just the dummy. So, all right. So I have the chin strap, I have the arm in, I have my grip in here. Right. From here, what we did is from here last week. We shot the anaconda in, and from in here we rode our right elbow to our hip, to our right hip, or to our ribs, and then we just kind of walked in like this, got the anaconda. But for whatever reason, we're in here, we have our grip, and maybe we can get to our knees. Maybe we're keeping their head off the mat. If their head goes to the mat, we're yanking this up. We want to keep this up high, keeping our elbows tight, right? And maybe we can get to our knees. So what we do is we kind of do this hip heist where we get to our knees, come up into here, and now I'm going to need to shift a little bit. So you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I came up, I still have this motion in here, and the difference between the anaconda is you come in from the neck to the armpit. The Bravo choke goes from the armpit to the neck, right? Get in here. So when I come up, I have the chin strap in here. What I want to do is I want to get my left arm fed through the side, but I don't want to get it like super deep in here, right? What I want to do is I want to get it through, and I got to get this head, because he's going to be pushing his head back. So what I want to do is maybe I'll clasp my hands here, and we call this the bolt cutter. So you get that bolt cutter in this position here and drive his head down. A lot of times what they do is you can also use your elbow when you're in here. You come off in here, you're driving your arm back this way, pushing it in, and wrapping this up. Now again, you're going to want to roll. I'm going to want to take this elbow and roll it this way. So once I'm keeping this this forearm, this is the radial bone, against his neck, I grabbed my bicep and I came up to grab his armpit on this side. From in here, I'm going to squeeze my right elbow to my hip and my left elbow to my other hip here, right? The other thing, to make a decent arm triangle, you always have to push this arm into this side of the neck, right? My left hand is cutting off his left side. My chest is pushing his right arm into his right side. And now what I do is I just create this little roll. Roll my right elbow, my left elbow, and squeeze. And a little bit of a squeeze, right? And that's your tap. One more time. From here, I have the chin strap and I have my grip, right? Chin strap and your grip. Here's where you can do kind of, you can turn to your hips a little bit. Maybe as you roll through, they're starting to turn their side. So as they turn their side, you're rolling up and you're trapping this head with your arm, and getting it to turn in, right? From in here, you're gonna push this in. Still, you can kind of push the back of the head, but it's better to keep pressure against the whole side of the head than just the neck, because they can still get their head back. So if you can keep pressure with your arm here, sometimes what you need to do is they'll be pulling their arm down to take away when your arm comes in here. As soon as you do this, they're gonna start pushing this down, which creates more distance for getting my hand in here. Now, if I stay on top of it, my hand is here, and I'm pushing their head down. As they slowly try to get there, again, they're stronger. We're all stronger when we bring our elbows back. So he's gonna bring his elbow back, which will break my grip on my left arm. So what I'm gonna do is when I get to here, I have this, I'm trapping the head. Sometimes you need to fall to the side here and shoot this through, right? As we follow the side, grab our bicep, grab this in, bring our elbows into our body, right here, and we bring them in and roll this way. Come in here and roll. Boom. And you can create a little bit of their head is still turning and you're still choking with this part of the arm. All right, so let's put this together. And we'll put this together through the snap down, right? Just like I've done before, kind of gives you the idea of what this kind of chain might look like. We're in here playing the arms, hand comes up, snap down, shoulder over the back of his head, your bicep, chin strap, right? You threaten to go to the back, so that his right arm comes up to stop my side, and I shoot my left hand in and grab my grip, right? Now I have my left foot up and putting weight into him. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift his head up, let go of the chin strap, readjust my arms, right? Drawing my elbows back. I step up, trap his hip, and he rolls through. For some reason, as he rolls through, I come up to my knees. I'm sprawling, pushing his arm into his neck right in here. I'm gonna turn so you can see it. So from here, I still have my, from here, I'm gonna take my arm, keeping pressure on the back of his head because he's gonna wanna push out this way, right? So I'm putting pressure on the back of his head here. And if you need to, you can drop to your side like this. Hand comes up, grab up, chest goes into his arm, which puts pressure on this side of the carotid artery. This side is pinched off. His left side is pinched off. And then from here, I'm just going to draw my elbows back. All right. So let's do it from a couple different angles. I think that covers the roll through into the Darce, right? Another way to get this Darce, I was going to show you. I'll show that next. This is kind of the bonus material for the Darce. Or Bravo choke, whatever you're going to call it. Darce, Bravo, arm triangle. Right, we're going to start, we'll do this from, we'll just do it from this side first. We'll see he's down in his turtle. And I have this sprawl on him where I have this kind of arm in guillotine chin strap. And I'm holding right here. And what I can do from right in here is I can change my legs and I'm going to keep pressure on the back of his neck. Right? So I'm in here, I have the chin strap, maybe I have the arm in guillotine, but I'm not going to go to his back, I'm just going to get the Darce. Maybe I try to go to get the back and he turns away. It's difficult. So here I'm just going to throw in the Darce. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my hand, come to the back of his neck, keep his head down, and I'm going to drop straight down. Drop straight down and shoot this straight up. So straight, I'm pushing this head down. His right arm, again, is still trapped against his neck and my body. Pushing this down and wrap this up. And then from here, again, I'm going to bring my left elbow to the mat and to my body. So from here, so as I'm down here, I bring this in and walking in, cutting it off. So you're in this position, maybe you're fighting in here, hand fighting, whatever. Your hand can come up in here, and as soon as you do this, your hand comes up, you drop straight down, shoot that on. And now from here, bring your elbows in, right? That's it. I'll do that from another angle. Now let's do it from this way. Right, and turtle. Maybe it was snap down, got him in here. So from what I'm gonna do now is I have my arm in, I'm gonna switch to my knees, put my head on this side, my hand comes to the back of the head here. Pushing the head down, fall to the side, shoot that on, squeeze my elbows in. Right. This angle. This stays here. All right, that's from the turtle. So the third way, second bonus tip, is from half guard. And half guard is not your common way, but the one you would typically see when people are trying to pass half guard. So he's got half guard on me. I'm in top half. He gets the underhook. He'll typically be up on his elbow, probably right in here. He's got the underhook. Maybe I got a whizzer on him. This is in my body here. You'll see a lot of guys reach over. You know, they try to get this motion in here, shoot this in. So a lot of times what I'm doing is just lay my hand on the back of his head and slide up his head. Again, you're gonna use leverage here. You're pushing the back of his neck. Still push back. So you're gonna go up to the top of his head here and crunch that in. Now you can't just get your arm in here a lot of times, you know, especially if you have shorter arms. So what you really need to do is you need to step out here, step out to your side and shoot your hand. Okay? You got the back of the neck, then you're curling this in. Then what you're gonna do is, sometimes you get guys that crank in this way, but if you're curling the head in here, I can shoot this up. And even if he stays in his half guard, or keeps you in his half guard, all you have to do is sprawl push this arm into his left side of his product. My right forearm is against his right side. Right? And then from here you just sprawl and roll. Now I'm going to bring my right elbow to my right hip. Right? Roll in here. That's your more common way of the Darce. So we'll show that in here. Same go in here. You got me in half guard. You got the underhook. Arms getting all twisted up. He's up on his arm. He's got the underhook. I throw on the whizzer. Right. I throw on the whizzer. And we got the back of the head here, and I'm holding this kind of a quarter Nelson. Quarter Nelson. Now what I do is I shoot my arm over, and I lay my whole forearm on the back of his head, and I curl it in. Right. From here, I'm gonna step up, get a bit of an angle so I can shoot my right hand through. Once my palm is up, now I can grab my bicep. As I grab my bicep, I bring my elbows together, and now I do is I do a roll like a lawnmower pull with my right arm. And I can sprawl too, pushing his left arm into his left side of his neck. Roll. Right? That's the Darce there. Right? All right, so thanks for sticking around. That was the Darce. The Darce choke off of the inside arm guillotine. From there, he defended. We went into that, maybe the anaconda, or we came up to our knees. As we came up to our knees, keeping pressure, the full forearm on the back of their head, shooting that through. Again, the anaconda goes from the head, neck, and shoulders through to the armpit. You wrap up. The Darce goes from the armpit to the head, neck, and shoulders, and you wrap up, right? Again, once you have these, where we have this arm, you're gonna roll this back. So whatever arm is against the neck, whatever blade is against the neck, which this would be the anaconda, you wanna roll this back to your body. Shoot this one through the armpit to the head, neck, and shoulders. You wanna roll this one back, taking the space away, creating that strangulation in the neck. So stick around. The next thing I want to probably work into is the Peruvian necktie, and that'll chain really well into the other techniques because it's essentially, you know, that arm in kind of triangle kind of situation. So thanks for sticking around. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, suggestion, opinion.